Hello Game Replays, hello YouTube subscribers, hello anyone else watching this video. I'm TychoCelchuuu and you're listening to a Men of War shoutcast. This match is a 2v2 that Lollybo, my buddy Lollybo, and I played a little while ago. Lollybo actually made a Men of War shoutcast rather recently, and he's also made a Men of War tips and tricks video quite a while ago that I forgot to mention, so you should certainly right now, if you're on YouTube, search Lollybo Men of War or something, or How to Be a Sneaky Russian, and watch those videos. Those are some very good videos, but right now you're watching my video, and this is one of the first times I've ever bought a little armored car right off the bat. Usually I buy infantry right off the bat in a battle zones map because I want to send my infantry in and cap the battle zones. But yeah, this time I bought an armored car. My buddy Lollybo also bought an armored car, the same armored car, the Type 92. His just got blown apart on the left, and hopefully I'll be better. Unfortunately my phone rang right about now, which explains why I did not notice until just now that my car was reversing towards the enemy. I don't even want to know how that happened, but I might as well get this out of the way. We are playing as Japanese, by the way, who are added in the latest beta patch, which you can download from the Digital Mindsoft forums. People have been asking me all the time where to download it. Digital Mindsoft forums. Google it. Google is your friend. But yeah, we're Japanese. Our opponents, it looks like they're Russians. I don't know, they might be Germans. I honestly can't tell in this tiny little resolution, but yeah, we're Japanese. I bought a Type 92. I had a Type 92. But the advantage to it is that its crewmen are soldiers who are able to cap locations. So I really like capping power. I want to be able to seize the flag as soon as possible. So Type 92 are the only things I can bring myself to buy early on in the game that's not infantry. I think I'll go back to buying infantry though. The Type 92, the other advantage is that it has a ton of machine guns, but then you gotta like crew it later with tank crewmen and stuff. But yeah, so what's going on? We're on this map. It's a very small map. It's a 3-point map, some sort of train yard I think it's called, and in the middle is crowded with a whole bunch of crap, and the right and left are still kind of crowded with crap. And I actually really like this map. It's very small, the fighting is very intense, and you know, I like it. And it doesn't have a bunch of recrewable weapons. Every once in a while there's a map where there's just weapons lying around on the ground, and that's kind of dumb. But this is not dumb. This is one of the good maps, in my opinion. So I checked a grenade over there, you saw, but it killed nobody. I check another grenade, and this time he gets out of the way. It looks like he's on top of his micro. He even throws his own grenade. But I'm on top of my micro. See, so you always gotta be looking for this stuff. Your people will try and run away from grenades. I mean, they're not entirely brain dead, but often they're much too slow, and sometimes they will dive for cover, which might seem like a great idea, but there's never any cover to dive to. They just dive 4 feet away from the grenade, and then kaboom, they get shredded. Like my guy just got shredded. But we're doing pretty well. We have all 3 points. My ally managed to cap the left despite the loss of his Type 92 at the very beginning. We capped the middle. Maybe I sent some people there a while ago. I don't know, but I have some riflemen taking up shop behind all this cover. I like riflemen here instead of submachine gunners because it's a very large area, even though there's a ton of cover, so I want my riflemen to spread out and cover the area. Oh, and my voice might not sound awful right now. I managed to get, despite, I don't have a new sound card yet. My old one broke, but I told my computer that my microphone is a CD player, and somehow this makes it work better. I don't even want to know. This is a Type 90 75mm gun that I bought. It's an AT gun. What can I really say? It's the bigger Japanese AT gun, and since I'm worried about vehicles, I buy an AT gun. AT gun, a great way to oh, there's the Hoggo. This is the left side of the map where my ally is fighting. I'm just watching his Hoggo and his little Hoggo adventures. Hoggo a go-go. Whoa, something just exploded. I think that might have been me. I accidentally, my AT gun fired or something. I'm not sure. What, am I typing? Oh no, that keeps blowing up. Phone call done. So I'm typing to my ally. We don't have any sound on this video, because like I said, my sound card's busted. But, yeah, I would like to say I played pretty well for being on the phone. I dodged a couple grenades, which is more than you can usually say when one of your hands is tied up. So I don't know how I can see that guy, but I can see him. That's his silhouette right there, and that is a very impenetrable building, all things considered. There's a small window to fire out of, and I'm pretty sure I load HE shells. You can see in the bottom left the red shell. I load HE shells into my AT gun, and I'm just gonna blow the crap out of this house. I mean, I don't even live here. I'm Japanese, right? So I'm just gonna blow the crap out of Europe, which we're fighting in for some reason. And I got that started, but then a vehicle showed up, so now I'm repositioning my gun to keep hidden from the vehicle, loading some AP shells, which you cannot do while you're moving. You have to set up the gun to load the shells, and this guy's just being dumb, because honestly, I don't care how strong your tank is. If there's an AT gun and you know is there, don't just let them know where you are. Of course, I say this and he shoots my AT gun and kills both the people, so maybe he's not as awful as he is. He's not so bad. It's just, it's better to be more subtle. Okay, now my AT gun explodes. The thing is, the British can kind of get away with it because their armor's pretty good. The tank armor is pretty good, and the Japanese AT gun is not fantastic. But generally, you don't want to do that. I mean, sure, the gun on your tank is about as good as the gun on the AT gun, and obviously you have quite a bit more armor, but it's just not worth it. The AT gun is, or the tank is, I don't know how my guy survived that. The tank is so much more expensive than the AT gun. Even if you're probably going to win the one-on-one fight, don't even risk it. Just come on, wait until you have a shot from the side or something, or send some infantry. But I mean, everyone does it. I mean, if you're pressed for time and you have a tank and you gotta take out an AT gun, sometimes it's just, I'm just driving up and shooting it. As long as it's not a light tank and a heavy AT gun, like as long as your tank has a chance to survive, since the frontal armor is typically the strongest armor and also the best sloped, you can typically count on the AT gun banking off or something. But what you do have to worry about is that the AT gun might decide if the player is playing pretty good, or if a shell goes wide, or if he just shoots really quickly or something. He might hit your tread, or he might hit your turret. Now the tread is a really big problem, because if you manage to knock out your tread, I don't care how many AT guns you kill, your tank is now immobilized, and that's not very good, especially because you drove forward to kill his AT gun, so now you're stuck in enemy territory. But the other problem is that typically the turret armor is a lot weaker, and the turret armor is often not very well sloped. The IS-3 tank has a spherical turret, that's basically the best possible slope, but most tanks have very boxy turrets, and it's very easy to knock out the turret. And if the AT gun knocks out your turret, you're screwed. You usually lose a couple of people, because there's people up in the turret crewing the tank.